1018, if you've been looking like I have for ways to revamp your apartment or your house, you're not alone.
Yeah, a lot of folks have time on their hands and they want to do just that, especially staying home more than ever now. So our next guest says now is the perfect time just to do it. Joining us live is senior home editor at Good Housekeeping, Monique Valeris. Good morning.
Thank you. Thanks so much for having me. I'm excited
Monique.
to chat about all things decorating.
Absolutely. I mean, we were already admiring your gallery wall behind you. So with so many home projects going up within the last few months, in fact, what do you say are some of the most popular ones?
Sure. As you said, everyone is looking for ways to spruce up their home right now. People are reworking their living rooms, their home offices, their bedrooms. And so there's so many upgrades that you can make that don't have to break the bank. First one that I like to recommend is storage baskets. This is one of the most versatile accessories that you can have in your space. I like to use them in my bathroom. I use them to store towels, cosmetics, but even in your living room, they work just as nicely. You can use them to corral those unsightly remotes that we all have. Even use them to store blankets, books, you name it. The opportunities are endless with storage baskets.
And you see those baskets all over the place. They're like front and center now in Target and other stores. And do you think, though, like major renovations are necessary, right? Or do you say start off small? Because I'm a new homeowner, and it seems like a lot of people are busy right now, and it takes like months out before you can get furniture, or you can even book someone to help you.
I think you should pace yourself. We're already dealing with enough stress managing our family life and also, our professional commitments. So take your time to really make sure that the renovations that you do want to tackle are thoughtful and well planned. This is a time for making these simple upgrades, as I mentioned.
All right. So give us some other ideas of how to experiment and then decorate on a budget.
That's the key.
Sure. Artwork. As you can see, I'm partial to gallery wall. I just love the idea of mixing different frames, large and small prints. You can play with photographs. I display my wedding photo, for example. You can try paintings. Even if you find a great piece at a flea market or a site like Etsy, really, it's an opportunity to express your style. If you love it, you can display it. And if a gallery wall isn't for you, you can go for a large-scale print as well.
But about the gallery wall, okay? So the gallery wall I love, but it's like a daunting task, right? So what do? Do you like draw it out on pieces of paper and then hang the papers up on the wall to make sure it's where you want it?
First, I'd recommend that you go for a look that looks like it's been collected over time. Like, you don't want to go to one store and source everything all at once. That's just not going to give it that approachable feel. I like to lay out my frames on the floor and kind of play with them that way to see how it would look best on my wall. But really just take your time and find those pieces that really speak to you and your design style.
Yeah, a lot of people will do what you did, which is use the different frames, but some people like that monochromatic look where, it's the same frame, black and white picture, so it looks very polished.
That's so true. I would say do whatever works best for you and your style. I've seen some great and expensive frames at IKEA, for example, Home Goods, as I mentioned. There's so many retailers to source frames from right now.
So let me ask you, because I know you spruced up your Brooklyn apartment. I think we have the images that we can show. Do we have those images? And while we try to find those images, let me ask you here. So tell me what you did here. Hello?
Sure. So my closet is a pretty good size. I live in New York, as you mentioned. And so the first thing I did was really upgrade our hangers. We just wanted them to look sleek and polished. So we opted for black velvet hangers. There are tons of seasonal items that I don't need to access every day.
Right.
So I put those in plastic bins on the upper shelves, and then we corralled some smaller pieces in cubbies. So it really pulled the space together nicely.
You mentioned Etsy before, right? And I was just wondering, when you look at some stores, and I'm not going to name stores, but you can imagine the stores that you buy goods for your home. Well, I don't want to mention, but are those the best for your budget, or are there other stores you should go to, right? Because everyone thinks, oh, I got to go to this store because it has specifically goods for my home, but is that the cheapest?
No, you know what? I would recommend shopping online right now. Obviously, it's the safest option. You can honestly just search for whatever you want. Take the time to really find those pieces that speak to your style. You can, of course, visit goodhousekeeping.com. We do a great job of curating products across a range of categories. So I think that's your best bet. I mean, there's so many options right now. Wayfair is another great retailer that offers tons of options for different rooms. So I'd recommend that as well.
Love your before and after pictures there.
I do too. I mean, it just bins, they make such a difference, right?
Yeah. Monique, thank you so much for your inspiration.
They really do. Thanks for having me. Nice chatting with you both.
Always, always. Okay.